Hey guys, you know I'll be very forthcoming. People that hang with me think I'm a little crazy. I don't want to say crazy, but risk-taking. So, so the original Dyna-Glo that I've made videos with several years ago, until I got the new Signature Series Dyna-Glo. This Dyna-Glo I'm going to repurpose. I'm going to try this anyway. And what I'm going to do is, you've seen, or maybe you haven't, but I've got videos posted about my new workshop. And I need some kind of heating system for the winter. So I had this epiphany that I could heat the shop and I could also smoke food. I could have a cast iron pot on the firebox and make tea or coffee or hot water or cook baked beans or whatever I wanted. So my thought was, I've already got this original Dyna-Glo offset smoker, so why should I buy a wood stove and go through the expense of, buying the wood stove to heat the shop? So anyway, what I'm going to do is take this original Dyna-Glo smoker, this offset smoker, and I've already done the chimney. I used a jigsaw with a metal blade and cut a hole in it to match this 3-inch chimney pipe. And that is going to wind up going through the wall here in this area. And yeah, it's burning inside right now, only because I wanted to get the smell off it. It's almost 70 degrees out, so I've got all the doors and windows open, and I wanted to get the smell off of the new pipe. I have some old that was left at this property for me, some old pellet stove pipe that actually fits into this section of pipe that I bought today. So what I'm going to wind up doing is, and if you've seen the other videos on this smoker, I put the gasket around the door. I changed the air inlet here, but the gasket, because this has been sitting in what I call the back shed, which was an outbuilding that was here when we moved into the New York house, and it got a little rough, a little dirty, a little funky, so that's why it's cooking right now. I had it outside and I had it fired up, and it almost had the thermometer pegged, which is what, 350 degrees. But I'm going to use that. If you saw my other video for the Signature Series Dyna-Glo, I used that lava rock silicone, and that has worked really, really good. It's definitely up to the job of staying in place with high heat. So I'm going to seal up this firebox really tight. I've already started with the first coat here. On the back, I'm going to replace the fiberglass rope gasket around this door, and I think I'm going to offset this hinge, although it may be welded, and yeah, I guess it is, so I might have an issue with that. Maybe I'll get the thinnest rope gasket that they make and replace the entire thing to make sure I have a tight seal and some controllability of the airflow. Around the door, the smoker door here, especially around these hinges, yeah, I can see it's welded. There was some smoke leaking through here, so I have to figure a way to do that, and I may actually use that lava rock and put a bead around it, close the door, let it cure, and then use a razor blade to cut the door open again. And that should make a pretty decent seal. And since it doesn't get really that hot in the smoker chamber, so to speak, I think that will be a good fix. But today's only day one. We're going to move forward with this, and my thought was that most wood stoves use, you know, a 6 or 8 inch pipe. So when I blast the hole through the wall, this is only going to be a 4-inch hole. So I'm not going to have a problem undoing this and going to a bigger pipe if I have to, you know, with a different stove. But as long as I don't kill myself with carbon monoxide, and I shouldn't, because my workshop is inside a 30 by 52 building, and the workshop itself is like 14 by 24. So I think this is going to work out, especially when I have the ceiling squared away. It's maybe 15-20% done up there. But yeah, I think this might work. And like I said, then I can use the cast iron pot for heating water. I can make coffee, tea, whatever the case may be. And you can see we're still about 155 degrees. So this Dyna-Glo is not going to go to waste. It's not going to sit in the outshed. This is going to, yeah, we're going to use it to try and multi-purpose. And I got to tell you, I'll put some fireboard around the floor and the walls and stuff. You know, I don't want the place to burn down. Although there never will be a fire in here when I'm not in here. I'll be able to to do some smoking in here, some food, and some cooking, and like I said, some tea and coffee and stuff like that. I think this is going to be a pretty cool option, and I hope it works out, because this thing has served me well. I've cooked, I couldn't tell you how many pounds of meat and chicken and fish and vegetables and corn and so on in this. Baked beans, it's just... But, oh, one thing I did want to mention is this hole here I cut through. The original chimney that comes with it, the cut through is probably 1.25 inches, 1.5 circle. So there's no way that that would be sufficient for what I'm trying to repurpose it for. So I drew the line for this particular pipe. It's 3 inches up here. I didn't even measure it down here. I just set it on top, centered it over the original hole, drew a line with a Sharpie, and then I cut it out with a metal blade on a jigsaw. And I took my time. I did a nice job. It came out good. It's nice and tight, and so far there's no leakage. But if there is, I'll just use some of that lava rock silicone sealer, and we'll see what happens. But this is phase 1, and I thought it was a pretty cool experiment, so I wanted to bring you guys along. And I'm not saying everybody should do this, because God forbid, you know, there's a carbon monoxide poisoning issue. I don't want to be involved with that. So this is just entertainment purposes only. So guys, have a great night. And what is today, by the way? I think it's the 19th. Yeah, October 19th, 2021. And I'll keep you posted and updated on what I do to make this work for my needs anyway. So guys, have a great night, and we'll talk soon. Take care.